Hi, this is Warren. This is going to be the first video for the this Warrior Unboxed challenge that I'm going to be doing, and I must admit that I've been sort of dragging my feet trying to do this. It's actually been harder than expected, purely because it's my first time, and just filming myself is actually quite awkward. So I'm quite sort of amazed or in awe how some people can actually do this as a living. It's actually very difficult. Perhaps it gets easier with time, but it's a learning experience for me as well. Anyway, so quick recap on the week, and again, had to do a lot of research, not research, but I had to sort of wing it a lot of times. I made some really odd videos as to what I've been up to, but just to give you sort of like a quick narration of what I was up to, if I can find it. And all right. So it started on the on the Monday last week. I'm sitting already on Wednesday, so I'm kind of late on the video. I'm hoping to have this first video done. But just to give you a bit of insight as to what my week's been. On Monday, I did a CrossFit session, which was CrossFit session number 9. And yeah, here's a look at some of the what happened on that one. So for this CrossFit session number 9 on the 17th of June, you'll see that I unfortunately didn't have any video footage, but there's the workout that I had to perform on the day. I must admit though, these CrossFit warm-ups are sometimes just as bad as the exercise itself. So the warm-up was a 5-minute row, 20 front squats, 20 strict press, and 20 kettlebell swings. The workout of the day was a 1,000-meter row to start off with, then 50 pull-ups, 100 wall balls, 150 push-ups, and 200 air squats, and then finishing again with 1,000-meter row. So the way that I did it was to break it up into 10. I did 10 sets of and broken down accordingly. So that was CrossFit session number 9 on the first day of the challenge. And again, I say 9 because I started CrossFitting 2-3 weeks beforehand. On that Monday as well, I took some photos, so you can take a look at what my body looked like at the time. Not the most flattering, but yeah, that's me in all my glory. Then on the Tuesday, I did the Facebook announcement live, and it was very, very short. It was like a minute or 2 minutes just to tell everybody that I was going to do it. And the reason I did it was so that I could be held accountable. I'm one of the type of people that if you don't kick my ass and hold me accountable, I'm never going to do it. I procrastinate. And this is why, later on I'll explain, I've got a really cool performance coach, Carl Campbell, to help me on that one. But on the Tuesday last week, I also met up with Christine, my dietitian. Christine Peters Rice is the dietitian, and here's a couple of snippets of what she had to say and my initial measurements.
Warren.
Hello, Christine.
Okay, so you just define why exactly you're trying to come. Why are you coming here and what are you trying to achieve?
So the whole idea is to obviously find a healthier lifestyle. I do think my eating habits aren't the greatest. I have been more conscious of what I eat, so not as much junk food as I used to, though I do eat quite large portions, I think. And I found out I really love food. Like I really love food, and I want something sustainable where I can eat nice and good food as well as be healthy and fit, and feel healthy and fit and look good. So that's why I'm here essentially.
Okay, so today is an assessment, so I'm going to ask you a whole lot of questions and really see what's going on and then just get started. But I'll go home and then do a proper meal plan for you, which you need to then follow and implement.
Okay.
But I will be,
yes. Did the gulp.
Yeah. And then I'll be seeing you for weekly follow-ups to make sure that you are doing it, you're managing with it, any changes that we need to make, etc.
Right. Okay. My initial assessment with Christine was quite in-depth, as she asked me a lot of personal questions like my overall health, any injuries, my current dieting, my current fitness regime, any family history of medical issues. So it was quite an intensive session, and I think she used all that information to draw up my eventual meal plan. I just don't know what's going to happen. There's a heavy belt. Okay.
What I'm doing is I'm putting in your age, your sex, and your height, and you're going to step on here, heels there, toes there.
Okay.
So the machine works with bilateral impedance. So it picks up different densities of bone, muscle, water and fat. So as you stand on the scale, it sends an electrode up one leg, through the tummy and down the other side. But it is very sensitive to the time of day and you've eaten or drunk. So for
that is good, just by the way.
Okay, yes, alright, 78, so it's obviously already started to change.
Yeah.
Well done. So for all your follow-ups, no eating or drinking 2 hours before I see you, and we need to try and keep it at exactly the same time.
Perfect. Okay. I'm happy with this time if you're happy with this time.
Yeah, perfect. 24.7% body fat. Step off me. I'll explain that now.
Yeah.
Okay, so visceral fat is 10. Okay, let me just first get everything.
Yeah, then you can explain it in camera, that would be good.
Yeah. Okay, so 50. And water, 53.4%. 56 lean mass. 2. And the rest I have. Okay, then I'm going to do measurements. You can stay there.
Okay.
Okay, so what I normally do is just the waist. So I'm going to do a skim. So I'm going to do above belly and I'm going to do below belly.
Okay, I'll just let it hang.
No, like you're speaking to someone. So don't push it out or pull it in.
Right, just normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hold here.
Oh, it's cold.
Sorry, I'm going to ask you to turn around to face me.
Alright.
Okay, let go. 92, and then below me. Hold here. Turn around. Yours will be pretty similar. Let go to me.
Okay.
93, thank you. Okay, so those are the measurements I'm going to do each time.
92 and 93, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're sitting at 27% now, no, 24.7,
Yeah.
you'll see on calibers you'll probably be under 20%.
Okay. So I'm aiming for 10, so I've got quite a
10
bit.
on calibers, I'd say.
10 on calibers.
Yeah,
So,
so
more is
mine
13.
around, and yeah, I'd say under 15 on mine is very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to get that, and from that change, 24.7 to 15 is massive.
So it's not doable. Okay, is it doable?
It's doable, but it really means a huge input from you.
Okay.
Like you cannot mess around.
Okay.
Otherwise it's not going to happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Very nice.
And it's diet and exercise. You can't do one or the other.
Okay, but now is 3 weeks of CrossFit training sufficient? I mean, that's, I mean, so the dieting I know I can do it, but then do I need to up my exercise regime?
Are you doing heavyweight training within that CrossFit?
It will eventually get there because I've just started. I can't do too heavy yet because I don't want to injure myself.
Yeah.
So the instruction was I want to get fit and stronger, you know, have more endurance, but it's got to be gradual. I can't just go straight into it. I don't want to injure myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to get the biggest displacement with the muscle mass, it is going to be easier to do heavy weight training with cardio.
Okay.
So again, I think you must speak to Brian and get his opinion on it.
Okay.
But you could do it with just that alone. You might need to, if it's leading to more cardiovascular stuff, you might need to put in an extra 2 sessions of 20-minute heavy weight training to get that body fat change and keep the weight at a similar.
Okay. So would that probably be supplemental over and above the CrossFit training? Okay. I'll have a chat to him because he is a personal trainer as well. And
yeah,
it might have to be that.
It really depends on how much resistance, how much cardiovascular he's doing, and the timing of both. So see what he says. But from my opinion, I think you might need to do 1 or 2 heavyweight training sessions.
Okay.
But he needs to know what's better.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds interesting. Thank you.
Okay, so
I just went for the initial session with the dietitian, Christine, and yeah, very interesting. I think what shocked me most was when she did my fat count. I'm sitting at 24%, which is quite scary, considering I want to go below sub 10 to be able to see my six-pack. So I'm led to believe it's what you need to see your six-pack. So yeah, I've got quite a lot of work to do. I've got to lose half my body fat, if not more. But our first goal is to hit that 22% mark, and thereafter 20, and then lower than that. So it's going to take some time. The other thing that also is concerning is my biological, or my sort of health age was that of a 50-year-old. But she even said that 50 is the minimum because the scale only goes up to 50, but I could be older based on my health, considering I'm going to be turning 43, so I had to rework that out. Turning 43, being told I've got the health of a 50-year-old, that's a bit scary. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. She's going to give me a meal plan in the next 3 days, and sure, I guess I'll try to be conscious of what I eat now, try not to eat too much of the foods she's mentioned. Yeah. Then on the Wednesday, it was quite a busy day, as I had a CrossFit session in the morning again, and I'll show you a couple of snippets of that. But I also had the interview with Ricky, my CrossFit coach, who's also a biokineticist, so take a listen as to what he has to say regarding this challenge. Workout for today. Doesn't look too bad, eh? Yeah, so we say it's not too bad, but okay.
Okay, ready? Oh, ready. Let's get going.
Jumping squats. Guys, this is Ricky. How do you pronounce his surname?
De Oliveira. So
De Oliveira. Okay. And Ricky's my CrossFit trainer. Just been through a session with him. I think he's trying to kill me. So it was a good session. So Ricky's just I'm gonna ask Ricky just a couple of stuff about himself and what he does for CrossFit. But once he's done that, we're going to speak about my goals and what I've got from the Dietician and how we can sort of fit that in.
Cool.
Okay, so tell us a bit about yourself, Ricky.
Okay, where to start? So I've always been kind of in the fitness, very sporty, lots of rugby, cricket, football, everything.
Okay.
So I started in varsity and stuff. Then I decided to study biokinetics, which is more injury rehabilitation, lots of sports people, post-op surgery, all that type of thing. And I actually only started CrossFit after I studied, when I started working. So then I kind of had a good mentor, which was the previous CrossFit coach at the center. So he kind of taught me everything I know from scratch, and it just kind of grew from there, and I just kind of fell in love with CrossFit and just the pain and the feeling afterwards, the good
pain
and the stiffness and the feeling afterwards.
Yeah,
afterwards
sure.
you feel great.
And how long ago was that?
That's Almost 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. So I've been doing, this is my 10th session with Ricky already. So I've been coming consistently for the past 3 weeks, 3 times a week. And yeah, this will be session 10. And just from that perspective, I've really lost about 3 kilos. I went from 80 something to just under, in my weigh-in yesterday with the dietitian, to 78.4. So, and I was over 80 before I started. So it's been a big change in 3 weeks. So my objective though is to actually build muscle mass and to reduce a lot of my body fat. So as a biokineticist, my body fat is currently sitting at just over 24%. Okay. If I want a six-pack, I have to be sub 10. My dietitian says it's a long stretch. So even with her help and the timelines that we have 3 months, it's going to take some additional supplementation. So she's going to help me with some supplements, but I need to do some additional weight training as well. So as much as I do the CrossFit 3 times a week, she suggests that I also do an additional 2 days a week of specifically weight training, 20 minutes of weight training to help sort of burn the fat and build muscle. My lean body mass at the moment is 54%, which is quite low. The rest is just fat. So it's quite hectic. So I've got quite a long way to go in the next 3 months. So what do you say about that, Ricky? Are you going to be able to assist me with that?
I think for now maybe we can break it up.
Yeah.
Do a weight session in the middle of the week maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or we can try and organize an extra day in a week to do another session.
Okay, look, that's something for you and I to discuss, but I'd like to, obviously we'll start with the 1 or 2 days. Yeah, let's do it on a separate day, just so that the rest of the day is, I think after CrossFit Red, I'm quite buggered. I still want to be able to do some work and be functional. That's the whole point of doing this, by the way. Also, not to just get stronger and healthier, but also to be more functional,
Yeah.
I play with my kid and be awake and feel better about myself.
Yeah, which is obviously essential when you obviously get a bit older as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
To stay more functional for longer.
Yeah, so I didn't tell you this, so I mentioned it briefly, but according to my dietitian, even though I'm 42, turning 43, my metabolic age is at least 50, according to all the metrics.
Okay.
So that left me quite in a depressed state yesterday, I must say, and I was quite grumpy about it this morning, so I took it out on my wife again. It just wasn't very talkative, but yeah, it's quite depressing knowing that I'm a 50-year-old in a 42-year-old body.
Yeah,
or something like that.
But to be honest, I think most people are like that.
Oh, really?
I think, especially older people and stuff are much more sedentary than it used to be.
For sure.
And lots of desk work, sitting at a job all day, too tired to do anything else or to train. But we can quickly change that. Yeah,
well, I hope so. I mean, the whole objective of all of this is not only to feel and look good, but to supplement my martial arts training. So, I still want to do martial arts to the best of my abilities or improve on it as I get older. So there's also a bigger objective for me on that side. So, okay, great. And lastly, also, I had a chat to Coach Carl, and he gave me his insight as to how he's going to assist in the process too. So let's take a look at some of that footage also. So I'm online with Carl Campbell in the United States. I think it's Boise that he's from. Yep. And how's it, Carl? How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Warren. Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, and thank you very much for being on board on this Warrior Unboxed challenge that I'm going to be doing over the next 3 months. And I thought, maybe just sort of give me an idea as to who you are and what you're going to be doing with me during this challenge.
Absolutely. I appreciate you bringing me on board your project. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see what you do with your body and your health. And so where I'm coming from is I'm a high performance coach. So I've been certified by the High Performance Institute, which means I work with individuals and groups, organizations to help them reach higher levels of success in however they define it. I work with my clients in different areas of mainly in clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence are kind of the initial areas that we start on, because we know through thousands of academic studies and through hundreds of thousands of coaching sessions, this is where the habits start, and this is the foundation that helps people to go to that next level of success. So I'm going to come in, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to help on more or less the high performance side from a personal and professional aspect, to be able to help you to go to that next level of achievement, by being able to help you to be more clear on what you want to do, to help you to have that energy, that productivity, have the courage to ask for what you want, have the influence to be able to get people. And you're already doing it now, because you've got people behind you. You know, your gym, or the guy working out within the gym, your nutritionist, myself, the other people that are working with you on this project. You're obviously doing well on the influence, but we can always take it to
Thanks,
another
Carl.
level.
Absolutely.
Welcome. Absolutely.
Well, it sounds exciting, and I think it's. I think you being on board is going to be greatly beneficial for what I'm trying to do. And I think absolutely, you know, a key word you mentioned is just getting clarity. I mean, I threw this project sort of haphazardly, and hopefully with a bit of your coaching, you know, I can sort of fine tune what it's going to be, what's accomplishable after this. One of the things also, it can't just be a flash in the pan. It's got to be sustainable. And I think this project is going to help me sort of, number one, figure out what is it that, you know, I want to do with it once I've done this transformational thing, and thereafter, you know, make sure it's sustainable and, like you said, productive as well. So I'm really looking forward to working with you, Carl. And you know, we've known each other for a few years now, and I'm really excited. You know, we've had informal chats, and as a mentor, you're a great guy, great mentor, and I can't wait to work with you as a coach, as my coach, actually. So thank you very much again.
Thank you. I appreciate those kind words, and I'm looking forward to it too, because I feel that you are an amazing individual, and you've got something out there that your message needs to be out to the world. So I'm happy and proud to be part of this project. I'm excited for what you're doing, and I honor you for getting your message out there and getting your mission moving forward to help people. So this is going to be awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Carl.
Then moving on to Thursday, it was a weight session. It was my first weight session as recommended by Christine, the dietitian, and followed through with Ricky, my fitness coach. And man, it was a hectic session. So take a look at what I had to do. I was in pain. There was one exercise I just could not do, which is that one where your leg is up in the bars on your shoulders. I nearly killed myself, but the rest of it was fine. I was definitely very tired. It's not as intense as a CrossFit, but definitely more weight bearing, because it's building power, building strength, and building muscle. That's Ricky. He says we're going to do some legs for strength. I think he's just trying to torture me.
Some tempo squats and some split squats.
It doesn't sound very cool at all. Okay.
That's one. Down, up. It's tough. Okay, pick up the ball.
Yeah.
straight forward, shoulder width apart. I usually switch my hands around.
Okay.
One facing forward and one turn around. Just helps for grip. Then close to the knees, close to the body. Head up, back straight. And we're going to go up to that position. Same line back, close to the legs. Squeeze your bum, you come up.
Okay.
Slow it down. Back, stay straight all the way.
Okay. Okay. Straight, eh?
Yes, straight forward. Good.
That's what's scary.
Yes.
Okay, just finished my weight training session with Ricky now, and let me get something to drink. But man, that was a crazy session. I'm broken, literally broken, walking like a guy that had something stuck up in places that shouldn't be. But anyway, I'm gonna go get bubble tea for my son as a surprise for him, since I have a bit of time to kill. He loves bubble tea, so I thought I'd get him it. Take a look now. On Friday was an interesting session. So outside of this Warrior Unboxed challenge, I still have to work, and one of them was a client called SmartCom, where I had to do a self-defense course on how to manage a bladed attack, and that is one of the reasons why I'm going to be doing this is about self-defense. But just on SmartCom, I had worked for them almost 20 years ago. Just giving my age away. It was my first job out of tertiary education, and joined the IT department, and a wonderful mentor called Francois Burtis took me under his wing. He showed me all the ropes of IT, and helped me with my people management skills and obviously my IT skills. But a wonderful man, wonderful mentor, and going back to SmartCom was very sentimental. Love seeing some of my old work colleagues. And it's amazing how people change after 20 years. 20 years, wow. So here's a couple of snippets of what I do, but this is outside the challenge, just showing you what I do as a living, and hope to do more of it. Okay, do it again. Let's go for it. Well, I think that's it.
So two people like I'm gonna run.
There we go, fight or flight.
And absolutely, guys, my first option, especially if someone whips out a blade or a shotgun, is to run. So a quick story, when my wife was pregnant, we went down to Cape Town, and I think it was Long Street, where they had the Fire and Ice Hotel. So a little bit of a dodge, but it's a nice hotel, right? And we were walking on the streets, and we were going back to the hotel, and this guy literally from the top of the mountain came in, he took a bottle and he went, bah! And he came running down towards us. And I'm pretty trained, but my wife goes, what are we doing? I said, we run. we go back into the hotel, we get out of there. Lucky one of the car guards there had a shambok, and they pulverized it. I don't know what this guy's problem was, but the first thing I see of the guy broken bottle, I run the other way. So absolutely. Okay, you see a guy whip out a knife, you know what, someone's going to get stabbed. I don't care if it's done in jest, but if a knife comes out, I only do it in training, I never whip out a knife in public or anything like that. If a knife comes out, it's, you know. Okay!
Like this.
I've got a jack and I'm fighting barehanded with this man. All of a sudden, a blade comes out, can act as a deep. Okay, so be very wary. Yes, sometimes you think you're going against a guy that's got no weapon. Watch out for the other hand. It might be behind you. It's a good way to bait someone in. Come on, come on, come on. Up, there it is. Ha! Okay. So it's the same thing with this. Ready, gentlemen? I think now where you guys go. Go!
Watch your faces, mate.
Watch your faces, guys. Whoa! Go, get it down while it's down. So on to Saturday. Saturday I had a CrossFit session again in the morning because I couldn't do the Friday, and it was a tough one. It was it's called a mirth program, and it consisted of I was told that all the CrossFit have specific names based on some Navy SEALs that had died in battle. This one's called mirth, and it consisted of a 1 mile run, 100 push-ups, then it was 200 pull-ups and 300 something else, but you'll see it in the snapshot. But then it ended again with a 1 mile run. Now you should know something about me. I hate running. Purely because I'm terrible at it. But surprisingly, I had the best time. There were like 4 other more seasoned CrossFit people there, and I had the best time out of everyone. I did mine's just over 40 minutes. We were aiming for sub 40, but I missed it by 1 minute. But the rest of them came in after 40 minutes. But I think also because I'm the rookie, I get to do it a little bit easier, especially with the pull-ups. You'll notice in the video, I have a weight at the bottom where I can, not only do I do the push-up, but I can sort of jump up as well. So pull-up, I mean. So even though I'm doing the pull-up, I get a little boost with my calf muscles, which are thankfully pretty powerful from kendo training.
Jeez.
Oh. Okay. See that sadistic Saturday look. Bastard. Are we going out to one? It's gonna be freaking cold, man. The first one done with my 1 mile, 100 push-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 squats. So I'm the first on the road for the mile, but I'm slow, so I'll be a head start amongst everybody else. Okay. Right, 1 mile done. 41.50. Couldn't do it under 40 minutes. So on the Monday, I did another CrossFit session again, and that was pretty tough as well. And then just some, odds and ends during the day, admin work, trying to get everything done, and that will bring us to sort of the second video. So I'm going to end it off here. What I could probably do is show you the second weigh-in that I had with Christine and the progress that I made in 1 week. I was quite chuffed. that I had lost 1% of body fat in the 1 week of training and almost going on to a new diet plan. Unfortunately, I only got the diet plan a little bit later in the second session, so I didn't really stay true to the diet plan for the first week, but I did try to be more conscious as to what I ate. So the only one bad downfall is I did have chicken licken, which is equivalent of a KFC. The one evening when I came home from work, this was Saturday, my wife had bought chicken licken, so I couldn't resist. I had to have that deep fried chicken with chips, and okay, but instead of my usual 3 pieces, I had 1, and I had it with rice, and I don't think I had vegetables, but yeah, don't tell Christine, my dietitian, that. Anyway, here's a view of that CrossFit session and some insight again from Christine Peters, the dietitian, for when I did my second weigh-in session.
Okay, 78.2. Okay, so the weight is very similar.
What was I last week?
You were 78.3. Yeah,
Okay.
but your body fat has dropped. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's very good.
Good.
That's your big drop. Step off to me.
What was it? Oh, 24, eh?
You're 24.7.
Wow.
And your visceral fat is 10, and your met age is. So your visceral fat last week was. So 10. So that probably won't drop yet.
Okay.
No, your age. Oh, it did. She's 48.
Yay, I'm 2 years younger now.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
that is a nice summary to see
Okay.
what's going on.
Yes.
So,
Having more conscious about what I'm eating,
good.
and I haven't trained harder, so yeah.
Okay.
So sounds cool.
Okay.
That
So
sounds
remember,
great.
in my opinion, as a dietitian's opinion, it's 80% eating.
Okay.
But the exercise is vital for so many different things and helps the eating so much.
No, you're right.
Especially longevity. Let go of me.
Okay.
92. And your underneath one. Okay.
Okay.
Right there. And Laura's okay with everything. She's managing.
No, she says she is, but then she doesn't buy us like chicken licken. She
you
just
go.
doesn't feel like cooking, so it's fine.
I think then you must actually have Uber Eats and order a salad then, rather. Do things like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I was also just lazy. I should have just cooked something that day.
You know, doing baked beans on toast is going to be better than.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but then it was like, sounds so good. So I couldn't help myself.
That's why you don't wait till you're hungry before you eat these things.
I know.
Okay, so your top waist is the same, but your bottom waist did go down 1.
Okay.
Okay, so there has been an improvement,
Okay.
but next week we're expecting
Yes.
more improvement.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
Very good.
Sounds good. Thanks, Christine.
yeah.
Something I should mention also, during all of this this past week while I was doing this, I also still kept up with my kendo training. So I'm a kendo instructor, a kendo practitioner, and I train at least twice a week at my local dojo, which I run in the Rivonia Kendo Club. So Monday was a public holiday, so we didn't train then. However, we did train again on Wednesday, which was a dojo raid to the Kenyukai dojo in Bryanston. So I'll show you some clips about that. And we had quite an intensive session with their members. And on Friday we had a makeup session with my dojo members at Rivonia. And again, we had a really good session there. And lastly, on Sunday, we had a competition in grading where a lot of my students graded and passed. All of them passed. And a competition, a lot of my students got gold in his category, first place. And then one of my other students won the Fighting Spirit Award for the Dan grade competition. Me, unfortunately, I didn't get very far. I lost to both my my competitors in the pool rounds, and I was definitely very depressed for that first day, but it made me realize that I need to up my training and sort of just teaching to start doing more kendo and more kendo specific exercises. So one of the objectives of this challenge is to be more a better martial artist, a better kendoist, by being more fit, being healthier, being stronger, being more nimble. So that's going to be one of the objectives that I want to accomplish in the next 90 days as well. And you know, it will translate directly into my kendo practice and my performance as a kendo fighter. So here's a look at some of the kendo training we did during this week. It was great. I love my kendo dojo and enjoying the experience, even though there's some ups and downs, but the idea is to learn from those downs and keep on going.